Do you ever get stuck in your own head so badly it feels like your brain is on fire? Not just overthinking, that word doesn't cut it. No, this comes with a palpable heat. This is a full-on mental flamethrower. Analysis paralysis. Full-on mental gymnastics, the kind where you tie yourself into knots trying to land on the, quote, right decision, as if there's only one and it's hiding behind some invisible door you're supposed to magically find. You weigh every option, you run through every possible outcome, you rewrite that email until it's basically a novel, you pause before buying the thing you already know you need, and then you spiral because, surprise, you still haven't decided, and now the shame kicks in, that voice that whispers, "Why are you like this?" It's torture. Not because you don't know what you want, but because you kind of do. You feel the answer in your gut, but there's another part of you, that part that needs to be justified, rational, fair, perfect. The part that's terrified of letting anyone down, including yourself, terrified to make a choice you'll regret. So you wait and think and loop until everything inside you is screaming, but your outside is silent. People call it procrastination, but it's not that simple. You feel the freeze before you even realize it's happening. Your mind locks down like a vault. No matter how hard you try, the options all blur together and suddenly nothing feels clear anymore. And that endless mental gymnastics becomes too much. Your thoughts spin so fast, they burn out the circuits. It's like your brain's on fire, but it's also numb at the same time. All tangled up in worry, fear, and exhaustion. You want to move forward, but every step feels like a risk, like a tightrope stretched over a canyon. One wrong move and everything falls apart. So instead you stand frozen, stuck in place, because moving without certainty feels worse than standing still. And this isn't just about big decisions, it's the small stuff too. What to say in that message, whether to call or text back, what to order for dinner. It all weighs on you because every choice feels like it carries too much meaning, like the weight of the universe hangs in the balance. And you know you're overthinking, but it doesn't stop you. Your mind keeps pulling every thread, chasing every what if, until there's no thread left to follow, only a knotted mess. It's exhausting and draining. Because what if you get it wrong? What if you disappoint someone or yourself? What if the path you didn't take was the better one? How do you find that parallel universe where you can chart multiple different courses to see which one is the best option so that you can be sure? You can't. So sometimes the safest choice seems to be no choice at all. But that nothing becomes its own kind of prison. You carry guilt like a backpack stuffed with bricks, guilt for not being on it, guilt for disappointing others, guilt for even feeling this way. No, it's got to be perfect, which, let's be real, is like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. And you might not always notice it right away, but the mental gymnastics don't just happen in your head. They ripple through your body like a slow, silent storm. Tension knots itself in your shoulders, your jaw tightens without you realizing it. Your temples throb with headaches that no pill seems to touch. Sleep feels like a stranger, even when your body begs for rest, your mind won't switch off. Or worse, your mind finally does shut off, but your body holds the memory of that tension so tightly that you have to wait for the feelings to burn themselves out, and this can take days. That exhaustion isn't just physical, it's emotional. You wake up already drained before the day has even begun because the weight of decisions, the endless what-ifs from yesterday, still hang over you like a dark cloud. That weight, it's subtle, but it's there. The weight of all the time lost in the freeze. Hours, days, weeks slipping through your fingers while you stayed stuck in that tangled web of thoughts. The opportunities you let slip by, yeah, they're hanging out somewhere in the what-if graveyard. The moments you missed because you were waiting for the stars to align or some invisible green light, they're still out there too, watching you, and those little buggers won't let you forget. That grief sits quietly beneath everything, a soft ache, a shadow you carry but rarely name, because naming it feels like admitting defeat, like saying out loud, I'm tired, I am stuck, and I don't know how to move forward. But here's the kicker. It's not just about making a decision. It's about making the perfect decision, the one that won't come back to bite you later, won't cause a ripple in the delicate balance of your life, won't hurt anyone else, won't make you feel like a walking, talking disappointment. Perfectionism and control are the puppeteers behind this curtain. They hold the strings that keep your brain tied up in knots. You're not just deciding what to eat or whether to reply to a text. You're orchestrating an entire emotional symphony, while every note has to be flawless. But here's the truth. You don't actually get to control much at all. Life doesn't come with guarantees of perfect outcomes. But the part of you that wants control, it demands a guarantee, like it's ordering a cup of coffee. Make it perfect, no surprises. And trying to control every outcome is like trying to catch the wind with your bare hands. And yet, in these moments, there is also a kind of strength of character. It shows just how much you care, how deeply you feel the weight of your own life, and how you affect others. And it might not look like it from the outside because it's not loud or productive or easy to explain, but the very fact that you freeze, that you spiral, that you overthink to the point of paralysis means that you care deeply. You feel the weight of your own life. You don't just move lightly through choices that matter. You want to do right by yourself and others, by that internal compass you've never been able to ignore. But then there's the quiet shame that creeps in because you know you should be able to decide. You know people expect you to move forward and to act, to choose, but instead you're caught up in this invisible trap, tied up in knots no one sees. Inside, it's like a heavy weight pressing down on your chest. You carry the guilt, and honestly, it's mostly the guilt of not meeting your own standards. So the freeze happens again and again because the fear of failure, the fear of regret, the fear of judgment, it's just too much. And unfortunately, it outweighs the longing to be free. At least for a while, because freedom means stepping into the unknown. And even though a part of you is aching for it, craving ease, craving lightness, the fear keeps whispering, what if you mess up again? So you stay until eventually the ache of staying small starts to hurt more than the risk of growing. Maybe when we finally untangle ourselves enough to act, it's not because we've conquered the fear, it's because we've decided to move with it. Even a small shift is still movement, and even a breath is still beginning.